How we doing today? All right, here we go. All right, just talk for a minute, Julie, till I get this thing going the right way.
Talks amongst ourselves. Okay. How's everybody doing today?
Yo. One cup of tea down and ready to fire it up for the rest of the day.
2 copies down, like a boss, like a boss.
Sweet. So
Not dehydrated.
what
I'm not gonna drink water.
there you go. Hey, while we're on this, just because I popped in just now and we were talking about it earlier, the 8 o'clock thing right now, is this something you guys are doing regular? Or is this just a, hey, we got some things to share today?
No, we do a meeting every week. Typically 1 week we'll try to do it in person and then 1 week Zoom. But I think with summer, it's really hard to get people to come into the office. And so we always try to just give valuable nuggets to our agents. Really we just want to give good quality information just to help them with their business. And I mean, we're always trying to come from a place of contribution to help everyone, be successful. And that's kind of the whole reason why we're in EXP. It's really all about, contribution and collaboration over competition. And that's first and foremost, why we do what we do.
I really appreciate that. And thank you for inviting me in. I do have
Bill's in EXP in another organization, but we met on some of the coaching calls and he's on our accountability call. And I just love, you add a ton of good value to the meetings.
I'll call you back in just a few. We're finishing the session here. Are you going to be back?
Yeah, Bill adds a ton of value to the meetings, and that's why I asked him to be part of our group meeting today. So let me try one more time to figure this thing out.
We can talk about the weather. At least it's raining for our dry yards, right?
Is it raining there?
Yeah. It's not raining there?
Sunny, blue skies, a little bit of clouds, but
Really? Where are
we
you?
need the rain. Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor at home? Yeah, no, it's been raining pretty hard here. I think it kind of took a break, but.
Yeah, we do need it.
Mm-hmm.
Any fun plans for the 4th of July?
Moving my daughter to college. On the 3rd and the 4th, we're moving her to Cincinnati. I can't talk about it right now. Anyone else have any more fun plans? No, it's cool. It's all good.
All right, I think I got it. So thanks for being patient, everybody. Objections 2022. This is arguably one thing that can really help move your business forward the quickest. Most agents tell people when objections come up, what we need to do is to learn to listen and understand alternative ways of looking, at the situation. How many people want to control their business and their life? Raise your hands. The more you lead generate, the less you have to tolerate. So understanding people and helping them get their goals. That's important. Building a framework to help you handle situations. What this is not about is scripts to help you get what you want, tricks to make people do what you want them to do. So you get what you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. So once again, this is like only the second time I'm going through this, so you need to bear with me. It gets better, I promise.
Wait, we're dancing with the client?
Okay, so here we go. So some of these slides were just really not that important. So what's an objection? It's a reason or argument that goes counter to our goal. It's an expression or feeling of disapproval or opposition. It's a reason not to do what we want people to do. You know, for me, an objection is simply a question that I have come up with an answer before the client will be willing to move forward. And I think that's, think of it, we need to think of it like a challenge.
Well, sometimes it's just something they don't understand, you
Yeah.
know, that they need more information about. It's not always, I don't know. That's how I see an objection.
What's that
Who do we
noise?
need to mute? Is that Ann? Yep, got it. Muted you, Ann.
What's a condition? People are conditioned a lot of times. It's a genuine reason not to buy or sell. It's a valid reason to make a different choice. You know, it's something we cannot do anything about. Like sometimes we spend a lot of time working with people who have all these conditions. Sometimes we can help people get past their conditions. You know, if they have a
Give
450
an
credit.
example. Give an example.
Yeah,
Oh.
so a condition that's, you know, that's tough to move past is if they have a 450 credit score, or if someone's going through a divorce and they can't buy currently. Like things like that are conditions that we really can't control. You know, and that's the case, is like they can't, you know, buy a house until their divorce is final. You know, what's an objection? Sometimes it means nothing. Sometimes it's a stall. So a lot of times people just give objections because they're just stalling. Sometimes it's uncertainty. I mean, people have uncertainty, but we need to get to the real issue of people, of why there's that objection. It takes patience because people say really dumb stuff. So the psychology of objections is it's kind of a click and run response. It's generally smoke, and it really has nothing to do with, you know, with whether they want to buy or sell, or they're ready for it anyways.
Explain click
people,
and run. What does that mean?
so I'm getting into that. So they're automated responses that generally mean nothing, and they're coming up right now. Like,
So these are like buyer objections. I'm just looking.
correct. I'm just looking. I just wanted to know if it had a big backyard. Just was wondering if the seller would take less money for the home. So these are all programmed things that people say. I mean, how many times have you like held an open house and you walked in and somebody walked in and they're like, oh, I'm just looking, and they, or how many times have you gone to a shoe store or department store, or the worst is like, was Art Van, where you'd walk in and you get bombarded with 6 sales guys, and everyone would say, I mean, I would always say, I'm just looking, I'm all set, you know, and so that's just a natural condition, just not to be bothered right at this point. But there's the salesperson that comes up and handles it the right way, and then there's always one person that you eventually open up to.
Because they developed rapport with you and you like them.
Correct.
You know, Lee, I actually go into those situations. Like if I walk onto a car lot, I already know I don't want anybody bothering me to begin with. And it's not just a casual, what I've been trained to say. It's what I'm intentionally telling them is, don't bother me right now. This is not the time. And I put the wall up, but because I do it so harsh, or so firm, I actually go back to that same person when I'm ready. And it's just
You're just
It's
not
not
ready to
now.
buy yet, right? You just
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to do your own due diligence, right?
exactly.
Just-
It's like, okay, give me some space. Don't jump on me right because I just put my foot on the lot. So
But if you had to
Yep.
have a car, if you needed to drive a car off that lot, it would be a different story, right?
I'd still do the same thing. I want
You
to see
would?
what they have for myself first.
Yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
a very good analogy.
I'm the same way as well. Like I like just to kind of
We all do.
observe things, check things out,
I
And
could never be a car salesman or furniture salesman for that reason. I
Well-
would quit day one. I'd be like,
I-
my ego can't take it, you know?
I would approach it the same way, guys, because I tell people I don't sell homes. I'm not a salesman. Homes sell themselves. It's going to work for you. It's not. I schedule them close on schedulings, on showings, because it's like you're going to walk in and know right away if this fits you or not, and we're out to the next one. I'm here to advise you, consult, and get you through the process. So I'm the same way with cars.
It is true. I mean, we're more selling ourselves than we are selling a house, right? That's really what we're selling.
That's what this does here with the psychology of objections.
Yep.
Yep. So it's fight or flight kicks in. People are telling you one thing you don't want to hear. There is a rejection script that runs in your brain when this happens. You get your emotions instead of saying, you get in your emotions instead of saying logical. This is happening for most of us, even when we're not aware of it.
Turn and run.
Countering the fight and flight. Patience is the key.
Yes.
Always stay on guard and always have a standard process to deal. Having a standard process is essential. So what is your new response to handle objections? I want you to focus on an objection that means they still want to buy. An objection is an unanswered question. Therefore, if we answer the question, we create a win-win scenario. I want you to focus on this as a good thing. So one of the responses that we need is, I'm so excited that you brought that up. Many of my clients have the same question. I'm happy that you thought of that. So many people miss that. So here are the rules. And this is where I really wanted to start this presentation, because a lot of the other stuff, so rule number one is never argue. Control your emotions, use your emotional intelligence. The reason you're getting defensive is because they're not ready.
No, you're not ready.
You're not ready. Most salespeople talk way too much. Practice listening to understand, not to respond, and never interrupt. I was talking about this. We had a meeting yesterday, and I was talking with our VA or our
ISA.
ISA, and he was telling me about how he's looking to actually get into real estate and sell real estate. And he called me to ask me, some points, some pointers. And one of the things that came up was, a lot of times we have the deal and we just talk way too much. We just talk too much and we kind of talk our way out of a deal. So, that's why it's good to listen and not interrupt.
Lee, somebody just told us on another call the other day. I'm just now unboxing it. It's a chess clock that you can operate. You should be talking very little, listening more. So hit the clock when you're talking, hit it, time it, and then hit the next person when they start talking, and they should actually be more on that discussion side than you are. So I thought, I ordered me the chess clock. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like literally bring it with you, like if you go on a listing.
Well, no, I'm doing a
No.
lot of Zoom calls, agent attraction, client
Oh,
calls.
like you're on a call, so you're
Yep.
setting the clock.
Yep, I'm going to ask
yourself, behind
questions.
the
I'm going to hit
scenes.
it and let them talk and answer, and I'm going to be quiet. And then when it's
So-
time, I'll hit it again. And mine should be much less than theirs.
So let them talk as longer than you did before you say a word.
Absolutely. Gather information, respond with things that will just prompt them to continue to talk. Sometimes it's silence. You ask for something, they define it, just be quiet a little longer.
Mhm.
They'll naturally fill the space with more explanation.
Love it. So true.
That's great. Thanks for the input, Bill. I appreciate it. Never make assumptions. Why are they, for sale by owner? Why do they want to work with the other agent? Dig deeper. The gold is way under the surface.
So this
You know,
is
one
if
of the-
you're talking about working. Oh, I
What's
see.
that?
Are these assumptions based on just different scenarios, or is this related to FSBO? No, just the
Just different scenarios.
Okay.
Slow down. Speaking quickly removes trust. So you're always going to want to slow down the pace of your speaking. Speaking quickly creates tension. Speaking quickly creates uncertainty.
So true.
Speaking softly creates calm and removes fear and doubt. It makes your appearance certain. Be persistent. Believe you're the best agent and you won't quit. The only no that counts is the last one. You won't win every time, but most people quit way too early. Build your skills and know how to handle objections.
So I have one that I met with him. Well, you know the story. Met with the guy first time, it was one of those home light leads that they give out to 5 different agents, right? So right off the bat, you're up against several. If they choose to want to entertain 5 agents, right? Which this guy happened to want to do that. So he was literally interviewing 5 agents, right? So it's in a state, it's his parents' house. He lives in Tulsa, his sister lives in Chicago, right? So they're out of town. So met with them the first time, they didn't make a decision. They come back in town last weekend and it's down to me and one other agent, right? So I go in there, I met with him again. I never met with his sister the first time. So long story short, met with him. We've had a conversation over the phone since. He's still like running it through his mind, like who he's going to choose. So Lee, on the previous slide, you said something about one of us, the scenarios was why they shouldn't choose the other agent. So I feel like I need to get down to brass tacks on that and call him, because I still haven't heard from him. I've been back and forth on the phone a couple times since he went back to Tulsa, and I still haven't heard anything. So does anyone have an idea for me? What would you do in the next conversation? I guess it's just what's going to make up your mind for you? What is it? What is it about? Why is this still undecided? So what would that conversation sound like if I were to pick up the phone and call him right now to try to get this listing?
Ask him. It seems like you're really undecided about this. What are you so insecure about? What is holding you up? Or what
I'm
questions?
making a decision. There's got to be something
What
holding you back.
questions? Yeah, what questions do you still have? Because obviously, as you're working through this, you probably still have questions that haven't been answered. I'd like to answer those for you because I always want you to be really well informed while we work together. Throw in the subtle while we work together. While I'm working for you, I want you to have your questions answered, and you're still unsettled there. So let's walk through it.
Yeah, because your presentation was, what Julie was offering, because they were both out of state. She was offering, just say, give me the key and I'll take care of all of the furniture, the staging, like everything. So it's a complete turnkey solution.
The only thing I could think of is this other person was willing to cut their commission, and they're just working through that. And that's another point. We realize Julie's going to give us great service, yet agent B is cutting their commissions. The only thing I can think of, because I told them I wouldn't, I wasn't willing to do that, because you're going to get superior service, and I'm not going to, in the nicest of ways, of course, when we met, and they appreciated that at the time we met. So anyway, but I think just like to Bill's point, just going back and reviewing the questions they might still have. And, we want to always answer your questions when we're working together, right? So anyway, if anyone has had something similar, it's tough, these lead source companies, they're going to take, first of all, they're going to take 25%, and then they farm it out to 4 other agents to fight for, and inevitably somebody's going to cut even with the 25% cut. But anyway, okay, go ahead, Lee. I just wanted to.
Julie, I will
Lee?
throw out there.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
You can take it back.
All right, so I am not a real estate agent by any means, but I've been in sales for about 25 years. And typically, if I'm in a situation like you or Julie, I try to whittle it down to what are the 3 things that are holding them up. over that, it gets to be a little bit distracting. And so if you can identify the three things that have been concerning, and as you address items 1, 2, and 3, you're injecting your value add of what you bring to the table in excess of your competitors addressing each item. And another thing, I mean, I'm looking at this screen that says speak softly. Approach it as every sales opportunity is a journey. You're walking down their path, holding their hand. You can move them to the right side of the path or the left side of the path, but there's no way you're going to get them to divert off to a different path. And so I try to be fairly passive with my sales approach. Kind of following up with Coach Bill said.
Yeah, and if we ask for three things, maybe it's just one, right? Maybe there aren't three things. We can stop at one and just get to the,
Yep. I love it.
heart of the matter. Bill, you wanted to say something too?
I was just gonna say, if you still get to a point of indecision, you could always take it back. You're gonna be too busy. You have other clients, you have other staging, you have things. It's like, all this stuff's available. My schedule's booking up. I'm gonna have to pull back and I've got to focus with these other clients. And all of a sudden he can't have you. It's gonna create a desire.
Oh, ooh, that's risky,
That's a
Bill. I
great
don't
point.
know. Yeah.
Well, you don't have it secured right now anyways. You really,
Yeah.
True, no, true. What have I got to lose, really? I mean, he did say to me in our subsequent phone conversation after I'd met that he saw me as very assertive and someone to get the job done. Like they really liked what I had to say. I think he used the term aggressive, and I'm not an aggressive person. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm not. So, and they saw that as a good thing. So there's something there. There's got to be, and part of it too, though, and I might need to pull back on this, is I propose staging. I just said we can get you more money for this house if it's not vacant, because it's going to be vacant or it's going to have some like random leftover furniture in it. And I said, listen, I've got a great stager. She sent a proposal, but I did say, we could do it both ways. But if we don't stage, it's going to be this list price. And if we do stage, it will be this one,
right.
So I said, I don't want, you to think you have to stage with me. I'm just telling you the two options. So I just think they don't believe the extra money for the money spent. And I don't want that to be a reason that I don't get the deal, because I thought that was great value provided by me. But sometimes they back off and go, what, you're telling me I have to spend money to get money? I mean, listen, the place is paid for. There's no mortgage on it. It's him and his sister splitting it. I don't know what the problem is.
It's crazy.
Well,
Because when you
part of the
split
problem
it,
I don't know who, I guess maybe she and he are very, very, very different people. And I think, so there's that piece too of her interjections, because she's a little bit different. So we'll see. Okay, go
all
ahead.
right, so let's move on. So now I think I have Dave Ramsey's little video here, which is awesome. And I want to get this to everyone so they all share. I want you guys all to share with all your clients.
All right, let's talk real estate. A lot of folks are saying, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait on buying because house prices are going to go down. Let me help you with this. House prices are caused by one thing and one thing only: supply versus demand. How many houses are for sale versus how many buyers there are. Buyers are fewer in a bad economy, a high interest rate economy. There's fewer buyers, but they have to be less buyers than supply for house prices to go down. That's not going to happen. Here's the real numbers. Here's data, not feelings. Let's talk this through. 5 million more 35-year-olds right now in the millennial generation, prime house buying age, than there were in 2007. 128 million households right now. In 2007, only 116 million households. 12 million more households operating that need a house, and yet there's a shortage of housing. In 2007, we had 2.1 million new housing starts. This year, we'll have 1.4 million new housing starts. We have 50% as many houses for sale right now as we had in 2007. Inventory's at half. So the number of buyers would have to go down so dramatically before the house market prices go down. It's not going to happen, guys. House prices went up 32% in 2020, 18% in 2021, 7% this year in 2022. Next year, projected to be a 5% increase. Every year for the next 5 years, we're going to have fewer houses for sale than buyers wanting to buy them, driving the price up. House prices are going to go up every year for the next 5 years. If you're ready to buy, you're in good shape financially, you need to buy now. Don't wait on house prices to go down. They're not going down. What goes up must go down. No, it doesn't. I just gave you data, real facts. They're not coming down.
So how powerful is that, guys? Like that, third-party validation is so important. I mean, everyone considers Dave Ramsey as the conservative financial expert, so that's why I want everyone to use this video to really help them, with their, even people that are casually looking that they have, because I know that a lot of you on the call have buyers that have lost out on multiple offers and are frustrated, but they need to keep plugging away, and they really need to listen. I mean, I really think that the Dave Ramsey video really validates everything.
So this is great for buy side, and I think maybe Rick could talk to combining that with the interest rate conversation too, because they still might think, well, okay, I get that prices will continue to go up, so I'm going to pay more, and now interest rates are going up too. So would I be better off still waiting for those interest rates to come back down? I mean,
Let me, before Rick talks, there's one thing I heard on one of the masterminds I was on, and I thought this was it was a great point, and it's, you marry your house, you date your interest rate.
date your interest rate, marry your house. Yeah, marry your house.
Correct. So you marry your house, you date your interest rate, and you can always dump your interest rate for a better rate when they get better. So
that is the when they get better part. Some people are projecting that we're going to drop back down in mid-4s as we're seeing some of the things going on in current market events. I don't know how true that will be. The one thing I do see, if interest rates continue up, then I think we're going to be dealing with having to bring prices down for affordability.
Yep.
We're going to see sellers, and since the housing crisis, prior to that, they were always an inverted relationship with interest rates and house prices. We've tracked together. They've been in parallel, low house price and low interest rates. They've come up together a little bit, and now we're going to start to see that invert again to correct it. In order to sell a house, it needs to be affordable. The other thing I don't think a lot of people are exploring, Lee, are assumable mortgages.
Yep.
There are assumable mortgages out there, depending on what loan program people got into, and especially our veterans. Be thinking about them if you're buying from a VA owner and selling to a VA buyer. There's some benefits to be able to refinance or to use portions of that. So we're going to have to get more creative in our financing these days.
What about adjustable rates too? People are like, oh,
that's a short-term date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short-term date.
And I would get real well educated, have some lenders come in, because I think you're going to be dealing with how much can that interest rate go up? Is there a cap? Is there a floor? What are the conditions, so that you're not just coming into something and get blindsided with something you can't afford. There's other ways to step in those interest rates where you break it up over a couple of years. So the creative financing is going to step back in and offer solutions. It's going to be with a different picture than we did before 2008. But
Rick, what's your take on everything right now?
I kind of agree with everything. I feel like we're going to be having the recession is going to be kicking in the first quarter of next year, and that's going to drive unemployment rates up, which then has historically driven rates down. So I'm with Bill with rates being in the 4s. Right now, it's a funky time. I don't know how much you want to get into all this, but you're going to see margins between interest rates completely squash, which takes arms right out of play. Servicers, historically, a lender would fund the loan and then transfer the servicing to a third party. and they would pay a service release.
Oh, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, can you
It's
speak a little
echoey.
closer?
Either that or does he still have two screens going? It's just kind of echoey or like,
Oh,
are you on a,
well, look, you know what? You guys don't need to see my face. Let me just take my phone away from my computer, and so we can talk a little bit. Is that better?
keep talking.
Nope,
Now
we
we can't
lost
hear him
you.
at all.
Now we can't hear. Yeah,
We lost you, Rick.
he's probably dialing it.
Okay. Oh, geez, I don't know what's going on here. How about, I think I'm probably on the,
Right now, I can hear you better.
Now
Just
it's
talk
good.
real
Right
close to
this
the
second.
computer. You're good.
okay, how about that?
Mm, no,
No, can you unmute the
No,
one?
right now, I can hear you. We can hear you good.
unmute which one? Hold on, Lee.
If I have
You
two,
hear-
I have
okay,
my
let's-
AirPods in.
Okay, I'm asking to unmute you.
This is good stuff. We need to hear it.
There we go.
How's that?
Better.
Oh,
Is that
Good.
better than mute the other one?
Much
Yep.
better.
Okay,
Okay, so what I was saying is, I think mortgage rates are probably gonna come down into the fours again, so I totally agree with Bill on that statement. Margins between rates, which this is historically a new precedent. I've never seen where for a first-time home buyer, they might be coming in with 3% down, 5% down, but then because their credit score is not perfect, they have to pay 2 points to get. So,
Right.
you know, the loans are extremely expensive, and then ARMs are kind of priced out. You can get an ARM, the rate sounds great, but when you look at the cost of that loan, it's like 3.5 points. It doesn't make any sense. And why that is because all of the banks understand that rates are going to be going down within the next 12 months. And they don't make money for 12 months. So they know any loan that they write right now will be refinanced within 12 months. So they're charging upfront fees. Does that make sense? So
Yep.
everything that I see in the industry means all the big boys, all the players, all the people behind pulling the strings know that rates are going to come down aggressively. And they're going to say, hey, we don't want to lose half of our portfolio to refinance that we funded over the last year. So we're going to charge them 2 points on the front side.
Yep.
So everything I see shows that we're probably going to have a little bit of a boom. Also, in my humble opinion, and this means nothing more than this is just my opinion, but equity in homes have historically been America's piggy bank. And if we're going into recession, they're going to do something. I have to imagine they have to do something because people are not going to refinance their $300,000 mortgage at 2.99 to get $100,000 at 6.5 and lose that 2.99.
That's right.
And so I think, you know, the last time things kind of hit the fan like they are right now, Obama stepped in and got that Obama loan or the HARP program done in like 60 days. And so what I suspect is that we'll see some kind of subsidy. Our current government seems to be real big into that, where there's going to be a government program where maybe the rates are subsidized on a new purchase. Something's going to have to give because, like Dave Ramsey said, there's just an overwhelming wave crashing down of first-time home buyers. And we see it in our market right now, 40 offers on a house. You know, it's just bananas. And even with rates doubling, we still see houses being extremely competitive, or offers on them being extremely competitive. I have seen it slow down a little bit. I will say that. I'm starting to see FHA deals getting 3% seller's concession. I just wrote one yesterday that had a full concession. So the buyer is literally bringing 3.5. 4 or 5 months ago, that would have been unheard of. You know, they want conventional cash, and then they certainly weren't getting seller's concessions. We are starting to see a couple short appraisals coming in here from time to time, where we weren't seeing that for, I don't know, better part of 8 months. We do see that now, but I think the sellers are going to be aggressive to make sure that they know the market's slowing down a little bit. The sellers that I've seen have been, you know, working with the buyers to meet in the middle. So there's not like a firm red line in the sand. What other questions can I answer from my end of the business?
So
Rick,
Rick,
what-
Yeah.
would you then tell people, listen, so if it was a buyer that was concerned about these higher interest rates, and I know it's still speculation, but couldn't you say, listen, well, isn't that gonna be recapture on you though, if they refi out of, they refi with you though, they've done the loan with you? I'm just saying like. in
Well, it's a
January, if they're just
recapture
moving
within 6 months.
6 months.
It is a recapture within 6 months, but what I don't think they're going to drop down. And I would just tell, like, listen,
Not what the-
every purchase I'm doing right now, I say I'll do a no closing cost refinance for you when rates
Yeah.
get down into the 4s, and that's
Okay.
probably going to be, I don't know, February,
Okay.
April of next year. So I do address that with clients when I'm talking to someone that, let's say, one of your team sends over to us for a pre-approval. They're going to say, what do you think? Or, I go, the best day to buy was yesterday.
Yeah.
And yesterday, the best day was to buy the day before. And then the best day was the day before that. I mean, it's like you got to jump.
Good.
I don't think property values are going anywhere. I think rates are going to go up through the end of this year.
Show them the Dave Ramsey
yesterday
video,
was the best
people.
day.
Yep.
Yeah, show them Dave Ramsey
Yeah.
and then have them call Rick. There you go.
Yep.
Well,
Hey,
I-
so you guys know that I'm a 25-year mortgage guy, and one of the big products that I used in the day was called a 2-1 buy down,
Yes.
and that is coming back. And I saw, I still get rate sheets from a couple different banks, and what a 2-1 buy down is. And Rick, you need to check to see if you guys offer that. So what it is, let's say the current interest rate is 6%. So for year 1, it's 2% lower. Year 2, it's 1% lower. Than year 3 through 27. For the remaining 27, it would be so basically it would be 4% the year 1, 5% year 2, 6% for the remaining 27 years. And what I like about that is that you're kind of protected you're getting the market rate anyways. So the worst case scenario is you're at 6%, which is what everyone else is getting. But if rates are going to come down in the next 12 to 18 months, you've hedged everything to the point where you're getting in at that lower rate, and it's buying you time until rates do come down overall.
At what cost, though, does that come in? I would imagine in that one, there might be a prepay penalty because you are losing interest rate. For the bank is losing interest rate the first 2 years. They're not even.
You know what? I think that what we'll do is let's do some research on that, and then next week's meeting we'll post something. But we need to.
Can I add to that real quick?
Yeah.
Usually you pay 1 to 2 points for that, which is awesome. But if you paid 2 points for that buy down and rates have dropped like they suspect that they will, the client has. So I talked to a lot of clients like, well, I want to buy the rate down. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. If you pay $4,000 to get your rate down, 50 bips, and it saves you $70 a month, it might take you, 5 years to break even, and we're going to refinance you in a year.
Yeah.
So I actually humbly, and every loan officer probably addresses this differently, I humbly just say, bite the bullet now. I try to stay away from like the jazzy things because I'm so confident that rates are going to come down. My client's going to think I'm a complete a-hole if I just charge them $7,000 in fees and 6 months later I'm doing a refinance. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
In times when rates are kind of flat, stable, those buy downs are great. ARMs are great because they price everything in and they project that things are going to be stable. Right now, it's all over the place. No one really knows what's going on. I mean, half of the industry says that we're on our way or already, a tootsie into a full-blown recession, and then the other half says the Fed can turn it around. Half says the Feds are going to continue to raise rates, and the other half says that the Fed's going to approach us with whiplash and lower rates. I mean, it's like nobody knows. So in times of uneasiness, I always run home to mama. 30-year fixed.
Well, I guess
it's like,
would it make
Go ahead,
sense,
Melissa.
Rick, on the 3-2-1 buy down if you did if you were able to negotiate a no cost refi within a year or within 2 years? So you've kind of
No,
capped your payments
no.
now. Still no good. Okay.
no, anytime
it's
you have
still a
upfront
5-year
costs, it
recovery.
runs about 4-year break even.
Yeah. Right. I was thinking a
Let's-
5-year. Even.
I think let's do an analysis.
That's cool.
I'll do that
do an
for you.
analysis for next week. So we'll do with points, without points, how many years, and maybe we can put it in a PDF, and it's something that we can give to everyone. So
Yep.
they can just say, hey, this is where we're at, and this is how, and with the 1-2 punch with the Dave Ramsey video and this, I think it could really help.
It's tough. You have sales, but then you have fiduciary responsibility, right? And so that's two different things. Like when you're talking about like a 3% ARM, it sounds really great when the average 30-year fixed is like near 6%, right? Sounds amazing. And so that gets people to call, that gets people to be comfortable with making offers. But when the dust settles and they're looking at the expenses and you look at the whole picture, it might not be the best solution, but it definitely gets the phones ringing. And so that's why you see a lot of that getting pushed right now.
All right, we got
and then just one last thing before I bug out, Lee, if you don't mind. For the EXP team, we're going to shoot out a couple graphics just talking about the path to success between EXP and CCM. Lee's hammered me and, for lack of a better term, bent me over a barrel. So I have basically dedicated a team of 4 people to literally take care of everything for EXP. I've never committed to this level of service. So we have telesales going for you guys to get leads coming in. We have marketing in-house to handle just listed, just sold marketing pieces, and then we're committed to larger campaigns from a brokerage perspective for your group to help you all grow. So lean on me as much as you possibly can. We'll get some graphics out that detail step by step what it is that we bring to the table for you, and we're honored to have the opportunity. And then just keep me posted. I'll be the QB. If you need something, call my cell phone. We're here to help you guys. That's my commitment.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got to finish up in 5 minutes because I have Scott and Samantha from Ren who are going to show us Ren 360. So let me, I know those guys are on. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Good, Lee.
Good.
How are you?
Doing good. So give me 5 minutes to finish this, and then we'll, we're excited. I want everyone to see Ren 360. So,
Yep.
So the common objections are, number one, we're just going to wait. I'm really excited. I can totally appreciate that you're wanting to wait until blank to purchase a home. I'm curious, what do you think is going to be different? When do you think will be a bit different time to buy? So if you look at these answers, we pretty much answered most of the questions a few minutes ago. So can I ask you a question? Do you know what happened with number of home sales over the course of the last 6 months? So once again, we just talked about a lot of these answers. And it's really the Gordon, I always say, I don't know why I always say Gordon Ramsay, because he has the best cap steak in Vegas.
Because you're hungry.
Yes. All right, so let's see what here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and send everyone all the objections. Just, because we're out of time with this, but I'm going to also send everyone the Dave Ramsey video, and I'll send everyone a copy of the slides as well.
Sweet.
Anybody have any questions about this so far? Don't everyone speak up at once. All right, so the next part of our meeting is I wanted to talk to, or have everyone take a look at Ren 360, and that is, it is a part of Isaiah's Colton's program of Real Estate Nexus, and it is an automated platform to help you with your social media, with Google, running a Google ad and all that stuff. So I've given my share screen capability, and Scott and Samantha, take it away.
Awesome, Lee. I very much appreciate that. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. All right, Scott Tartaglia, for those of you that don't know me. I know Bill, Julie, Lee, obviously we've met, talked. So some new faces. Basically, guys, what I wanted to do, make it short and sweet today. Ren rolled out a new platform, okay, that we're calling Ren 360, which is going to allow you to have really a done-for-you marketing technology in platform to do social media posting. You heard Lee mention Google AdWords, send out mass text messages, emails, all through one place. And here's the cool part, guys. It actually creates the content for you. So it's actually going to build you out custom content and allow you, for example, Bill, I'm going to pick on you because I know you, right?
Yep.
You can go in there, Bill, and customize it and put little tweaks into it before you actually send it out. So it's not the canned templates that you see a lot with a lot of the drip campaigns out there. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to go just kind of jump right into it. I'm going to share my screen here. Actually, what I should do is go back so you guys can see how to do this. So if you guys got a pen and a pad, I'll show you exactly how you can access this as well. Okay. Our website, guys, if you ever need anything from Ren, just go right to our website first and foremost, guys. Real Estate Nexus, that's all one word, .io. Okay, so that's realestatenexus.io. You can click on dashboard. Oh, and actually, let me log out so you guys can see. Let me ask you guys, how many of you guys log into your dashboard or come in here? I know you guys all have access to it. Do you guys use this?
I think there's like 4 or 5 of us that are on that are part. And then we do for our group, because I have a master account, we do have, I think it's $69 for any of our team members to be a part of it. So we have a special deal because I do have a master account that I'm paying for. And that's kind of why I wanted you to show this, is because for the $69 a month, everyone on our team will get access to all of this, plus all the geo leads and everything else as well.
Yeah, the anything through our marketing hub. So yes, you're exactly rightly. For the $69.99 a month, guys, you're going to be able to get access to what I'm going to show you here. And even, guys, if you don't do the $69.99 a month, you can still set up a dashboard here at no cost. Okay. And join into our coaching implementation workshops. Obviously, I know, Lee, you do a phenomenal job with that. Yep. Right. I watch you on Facebook and your groups and stuff like that. It's just another avenue, guys, where we'll bring on special guest speakers. We'll have ISAs go live so you can hear them making phone calls. And it's another great avenue for you to, kind of know what's going on with Ren. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with Google. So guys, you can sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook. You can create an account, set up a password, and you'll see the Ren apps up here at the top. Now, guys, if you're paying the $69.99 a month now, you already have access to the CRM, Geo, okay? And now what we have called is Ren 360. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this, guys. Actually, I believe I logged in, so I don't have to put in any passwords. Okay, beautiful. So it'll take you right to this home page right here. Now, through this page, there's a lot to this tool, guys. I've actually, we acquired this 3, maybe 4 months ago now. I've really just started to play with it. So there's a lot of stuff to this that I'm even learning, but I'm going to just click on one, for example. Let's say, Lee, somebody on your team, guys, any of you want to send out a text message to promote a listing. Maybe it's an open house. Maybe you're doing a little client appreciation event. Maybe you just want to give them a quick update on something you're hearing about the market and you want to send it to a list of your leads. Okay. You can literally, guys, click text message here. And it's going to give you different templates that Ren has gone in here and built for each type of lead source or what you're looking. So if you're looking for referrals, Bill, we have a template right here already built for you that we know works, that you can go in here and click. And guys, you can edit it. So Bill, you want to make a change to it, you can go right in here, edit it. You can hit your contacts. And guys, this will be linked to all of your CRM. You can send it to whatever contacts you want or all of them. Okay. You can also have specific lists built in here where if you have, old pond leads, right, that are buyers that you want to hit with a specific campaign, we will build lists in here for you guys where you can do mass text messaging through any of these templates that we have provided. And it works just like Canva, guys. You can go in there and also make any edits to those templates that you would like, right? Julie, I got a feeling that you probably will text me differently than Lee's going to text me.
Mine will be nicer.
Well,
I'm
if you're,
kidding.
yeah, it probably would to me, right? You might have an emoji on there, right?
Yeah.
You know, Samantha
More
likes her emoji.
exclamation points.
There you go, right?
Quick question, Scott.
Yes.
What's the difference between doing it here and then just going directly to the CRM and doing it?
CRM and doing it.
Yeah.
Really, it's the content, Julie,
Okay.
where it's actually just giving you access to more templates and it's giving you an additional 1,000 text messages a month on top of what you already have through the CRM as well. Okay. And I'm going to actually show you. So this is kind of the basic stuff, guys, the templates. We have them for social media posting, Google AdWords, emails, but I'm going to click this tool because this is really, Julie, what I wanted to show you guys today. Okay.
Which, let me back up because there is something. If you click on your profile picture up there in the right.
Yep.
And you go my account. And you enter in all your details and information about your business, the email address that you use for your MLS. This saves your information and will automatically put it on all your ads, all your templates. So you don't have to enter it constantly. It automatically saves it.
Well, it's sent with the text then? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Oh, okay. Cool. All of it or part of it?
No, like your name, your email, whatever you want on that in that text, it will say there. You
Yeah,
get to
think-
you
Whatever you
customize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think NAP, Julie, name, address, phone number is
Yep.
standard, right? And then usually we'll
Yeah.
put an email on there, right? Is usually how most agents want it.
Yeah.
But if you use the easy promote, when he clicks on that.
Okay.
I was going to get to it.
Yeah. No, I was just showing them they want to do this step first. That way it automatically puts on the easy promote.
Right. So
Does this come from your personal cell phone number, or is it coming from a different number within the Ren 360 system?
it would be the same number that you have for your texting now, Bill. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be an additional number.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, guys, for tracking purposes, things like that. But yeah, we're not going to add another number for you, Bill. So that way you now have an additional texting number out there.
Right.
So as Samantha says, with the profile, yes, you will build that out. And guys, I basically what I was going to show you here is once you have your profile built out, which is the boring part, that's why I skipped that part, is you can now promote your brand. Okay, so let's say you just want to send out a mass email, text, do a social media post. Maybe you're doing, Julie Lee, a client appreciation dinner, right? Maybe you're going to do a team dinner, whatever it is. You want to nurture your leads, okay? I'm going to click this one, Julie, because I think of you as like a, whenever I see anything for you on social media, you're listing something, right? So I basically just say, Julie's a listing rock star. So just, you know, she'll show you how to list properties, okay? But so let's say you go get a listing, okay, tonight. Maybe it's your best friend. You go put it on your MLS. You can click here, Julie, and it will be linked to your MLS, and your listings are going to show up right here. Okay, so any listings you have on your MLS will show up in here. When you click property market. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm not the tech guy by any means, right? I'm not John Lehman, but property marketing, when I click that, Julie, it's going to be linked to your MLS. It's actually through List Hub, guys, is how we pay to have the integration. And you'll have your listings. You can click on the listing you just got, hit done. And it's literally, guys, as we speak, building out custom emails, text messages, social media posts, Google AdWords, and a downloadable flyer that you can send digitally, or you can download and actually have copies. If you notice, it's still polling. And where this information is polling from, guys, the pictures you have on your MLS, Julie, for your listing, it's going to be pulling those, and it's going to be pulling the information from your profile. So as you see here, okay, when I click on the email, I can send this to any of my list, and here's the email that's going to go out about the listing that I just got. I can go in here and change anything that I would like, guys. I can do different colors, It's going to have your name and banner up here automatically. And then as Samantha mentioned, anything in your profile that you would want listed there is going to automatically be there at the bottom and here. Okay. Now with a click of a button, guys, you can send this to anybody in your contacts or all of them or any list that you have that you would like to target specifically. So for example, you guys have RenGeo. You go get a listing, Julie. We can now pull all the geo data for homeowners in that area, right? And actually send them an email with the listing that you just got, just like that within seconds.
Wow. Are these going to their inboxes, or are we getting, typically I would think something like this might go to spam. Do you have any data on that? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's definitely not 100%. Here's what I can always tell you, right? The key, what Samantha brought up the profile, is if you put in your email, Julie, and you've ever emailed them before,
Okay.
most likely it's not going to get spammed because they're going to notice you, right? Because you guys have already engaged. So
But
once
the geo leads is what the geo leads typically you wouldn't have, right?
the geo leads, yes, the email is going to probably be about 30%. 30% will
Not
be
spam.
spammed.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
That's
70% is fine.
Yeah.
We'll take the 70.
Right. I will say this, we definitely, you guys know this, we have a big dev team right now, our tech team, that's where we're really spending all of our money. They are continuing to look at that and they will give you analytics. You'll be able to kind of see what's happening there for the geo specifically aspect of it. Okay. And then text messaging, guys, same thing, right? You can go in there, click the text, edit it. That's going to come out. Check out my website. We can put a call to action on there. We can put a clickable link on there. To go back to Julie's question, why would we show this in addition to the CRM, guys? Any of you guys wake up and get excited about building out emails or digital flyers or text messages, right? Probably not, right? We're rainmakers, right? We like to do revenue generating activities. So this is a way to help leverage your time so you can do things very quickly and easily and have it all integrated to the list that you have in your CRMs.
Love it.
Okay.
Me too.
Who,
Yeah,
by
These are
show of
great.
hands, who
These are great.
feels like this would help them? Just please raise your
100%.
hand.
It's amazing.
Scott,
Absolutely.
can you do circle prospecting with postcards and that type of thing too for new listings in the area?
Oh, absolutely.
So combine it with that, right? Is
I
that
was
what
going to
you're
say,
saying?
combine it. Think of it always like Bill. I think when you and I talked, I always told you, think of multi-channel, right?
Right.
And as many channels as I can add in there, the more people are going to see me, right? Some people are like, why would I do Snapchat? Here's the thing. I don't Snapchat, guys. I'm not a snapper. I don't TikTok. I don't do any of that stuff, right? I'm just not that guy, right? I have a Facebook and I literally have accounts on that other stuff just because I'm in what I do, but I don't use it. That's not my thing. I can't sit on social media all day.
Right.
But people do. That people are there. There's some people that all they do is, Samantha, is TikTok. And they're on TikTok, right?
I don't do TikTok. I watch it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you
And it's
watch
all real
TikTok.
estate
All
now
right,
because I
cool.
watched one real estate listing TikTok and now it's all real estate.
But think about it. It's good though. Samantha is actually using it. Like she was looking at different companies that were doing things, right? Learning from videos that were on TikTok. We have to make sure, guys, that we're hitting them through every avenue. So yes, Billy, I would add in the postcards because some people still like postcards. They still work as long as you do them consistently, in my opinion, right? And you don't rely strictly on just postcards.
Right.
You got to be doing other things too, and not just waiting for people to call from the postcard. All right, go ahead, Lee. I didn't mean to interrupt there. I know you were asking to show of hands. Anybody want, and guys, I want to say this too, Lee, before you say anything. If anybody would like to do a one-on-one too, we can always break off and I can kind of do a more in-depth walkthrough for
Okay.
you if Lee wants me to do that. So
Yeah,
whatever,
I mean,
Lee.
I definitely see that because I wanted my wife Julie to see this because I don't even think she knew like that this was a part of, you know, what's available for us. And, you know, so I think this could, you know, totally help us and our business as well.
Her wheels are turning, Lee. She's been all
I-
quiet watching this. So she's like,
I'm thinking about who's gonna, no, it seems pretty simple, right? I just click
Oh,
of
yeah.
a button, right? But I just need to know like how to tie it to the geo leads because that's who I want to hit.
Yep.
Are the homeowners around the listings? right now before they're gone? Well, they're all pending already. Can I still do it if they're pending?
Yes. Yeah, it's still on your MLS, right?
Yeah, but
So-
once they're sold, then can you use them when they're sold?
I would say this, we would probably, I just don't know if it'd be linked, Julie, but we can manually upload anything right
Okay.
to it. I don't know if it's going to be linked to the MLS. That's a really good question. I'm
Yeah.
actually going to write it down for my tech team to find the answer for that.
You know, these things pend and sell so quickly. It's like, oh God.
They're gone. Right.
Yeah, they're gone. So then, right? So that,
Yeah.
I'd like to know, my guess is if it's sold, it's not gonna connect. Pending, maybe.
I'm thinking
Yeah, maybe.
I'm thinking the same thing, pending maybe. I actually had an agent do this other day. Actually, Samantha, if you remember Juan Esteban, he went in there because it was 24 hours till he got access to it, where it was linking to the MLS. So he just went and loaded his listing manually. So I know if we wanted to, Julie, take a list
Just
of
the
your old
manual,
listings,
yeah.
we could click a button and in a few minutes get them uploaded if we needed to.
Because you don't
And
need all
you
the,
save too. Your listings do save. I believe you can save all your listings
okay. I need
in
to
your
get on that.
templates. If you create any new templates or anything, text, emails, and you want to save it,
Mhm.
you
I
can.
was going to
save
say,
it.
if you want, Julie, we'll definitely reach out to you afterwards,
Please.
make sure we get
Mhm.
you on a walk.
We'll get you set up.
Yep. Well, Samantha, if you
Okay.
could call her after and we'll work around your schedule, Julie, right? I know you're a busy woman, so whatever works for you, we'll get
I
one
just
of
have an
our
appointment
coaches.
right after this, but maybe after that appointment or something.
I saw you
that's fine.
looking at your watch a couple times, so I'm like, I know she's
I'll
got
shoot
something
you an
coming
email.
up.
We
I
can
know
connect
she
that
does.
way.
Okay,
Yep.
awesome. Thank
Awesome.
you.
And
Yep.
then anybody else, guys, that would like to do a one-on-one talk through, Lee, it's up to you, my friend. They can let you know and you can reach out to Samantha. Samantha, you could drop your information,
Yep.
whatever you guys think is best there.
Yeah.
Because
we
I
just have
do,
to
I do know that
capitalize. Go ahead.
there's probably a half dozen people on the call that are already, I know that Maria is a part of Ren.
Jen? Jennifer?
Jen. So yeah, so there's a couple people that already are part of it.
Yeah, so am I.
Derek is.
Derek,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
so-
like, we need to capitalize on these listings, like listings are like the best way to get more business, right?
Yep.
You just have to
Absolutely.
capitalize on it.
Hey, I got a quick question for him. Does the REN system integrate with Follow Up Boss?
So yes, it's actually built where the marketing hub, Derek, is connected to Follow Up Boss. This part right here, it's almost there. It's just, we're breaking it right now. Basically the integration part there, but if it's in the marketing hub, you're good. Which
Okay.
if it's in Follow Up Boss, that means you're going to be able to see it in the marketing hub. So you're good. Actually, what we're doing, Derek, is telling people if you don't have, you either need to use the Ren CRM or Follow Up Boss to really take full advantage of this tool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Lee and Julie, I'll reach out to you after this via email. We can set something up with your team and get it all planned out one-on-one.
Great. I love it. So what else can you show us real quick, Scott, of what it can do? Like I know that everyone talks about, Google searches or Google display ads. Show me that.
Yeah, so when you do the Google search here, right, I can actually generate a search template or a generic search template. I can create basic search ads. Okay, so if you notice, I can just click. And I can literally launch my display ads and everything actually through here. And really with this, Lee, I haven't personally, I'm going to click on display ad, used this myself and actually done it. That's something we're actually still playing with as we go through. So if you notice, I can choose an image, I can download something, right? And just pop it right in there. And then what do I want to target? I could add it if I want to target an address. And we'll make sure John Lehman gives you a full walkthrough on it, Lee,
Okay.
because there is a lot to it that even myself, Isaiah, we haven't even been able to dabble in.
Okay.
We're more
You guys are our
working
guinea
on-
pigs. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Well, kind of leave what we're working on. So, is the development to add to it, where our tech team is really kind of fine tuning all the tools that are in there. So
Okay.
John Lehman's been very much involved in that from the beginning.
But you think this is something important we should focus on right now is Google Ads, right?
I do. I think as of lead generation, it's one of the higher quality leads out there. It's definitely by far any market I've looked at analysis on, will blow Facebook leads out of the water.
Mhm.
Maybe,
And what-
maybe we can, like next week, we can do, we can have you guys back and just show us how to run a Google ad through this. I think that,
Yeah,
How about we
I'd
do
be
that?
interested in
I
that.
think that everyone would be, I would be super interested in
Okay.
that. And I think, because, everyone, like, people will go to Google to search for a house or an area,
Yeah,
whereas when
realtor
on
in
Facebook,
Northville. Yeah, I mean, it's so
yeah.
intentional, right?
Yep.
Versus just you happen to scroll on Facebook and like the picture of the pretty house and clicked on it. It's
Correct.
a big difference. Yeah.
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 Yes, 100%. Go ahead. Sorry.
Especially like promoting yourself as a realtor, like how to do that as a Google ad, because listings sell themselves right now. So how to sell us as a brand and as a real estate agent.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I believe that was Stephanie, maybe that was talking there too. We can,
Yep.
awesome. We can also, guys, give you some consultation on your basically your Google My Business page, your Google local service ads, really making sure your brand is dominant, where organically you're starting to show up much higher. To give you guys my, little background, literally when I got in the industry, it was selling insurance agents and real estate agents websites and doing SEO and getting people ranked on the first page of Google. That's literally what got me into the industry and the B2B market when I was about, 18, 19 years old. And then calling FSBOs, expireds, getting people to refinance their properties. That was all about 20 years ago, but we can really help. I have Lana Schultz here, who's really good with that. She was also doing that with me many years ago. So we can also be a consultant to you, Stephanie, on building your brand through Google as well.
Perfect.
All right. I'll make sure, Lee, we'll be on this call. Is it the same time next week? Do you want to
Next week,
jump
yep,
on the next time?
yep.
Okay. Awesome. If you want to add us, and then I'll make sure Lehman's on here as well, so he can, go through any of the technological aspects if we need to.
Yep.
All right.
And
Or
then,
I'll just learn it before then.
And then next Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to be part of the Real Estate Nexus Challenge. So I'm going to be, I think it's next Monday and Tuesday.
What challenge
Oh,
is
no,
this?
in
Hey,
2
I was
weeks.
gonna say, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. 4th of July.
Yeah, it's
Monday,
in 2
right?
weeks. Sorry.
Okay, yeah,
sorry.
2 weeks. Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it's the 11th and 12th?
Correct. So in lieu of doing a Modern Agent Blueprint, we're going to have Modern Agent Blueprint, the whole group be a part of that challenge as well. I think that'll
And
be
what
really
kind of
good.
challenge? Is it a listing challenge? What is it?
What is this?
Business growth, I believe, but yes, it's everything, guys, is always around listings. Everything we
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we believe, listings like planting a seed in the ground, right? If you water it, you nurture it, it's going to grow into so many other things. So that's literally how we run our business, but it's also going to be on how to grow your individual business. And then obviously, Lee, you're going to be on there with the recruitment part, different things like that as well.
Yep. Love it.
So Lee, you'll be promoting that to the group?
Yeah, I'm going to
I
put
don't know
that.
anything about it. Where can we post that?
Well, I'm going to post it in our group and then also in Modern Agent Blueprint as well.
Okay, awesome. Anybody that's not a part of REN, reach out to us. We can get you started with it, because those tools are gold. They
Yeah.
just showed what that
And I'll
is, so
set up,
powerful. And
I'll
just
do a-
everything that you can learn from the platform. It's just unbelievable. Well worth.
Where can we find this recording? I know I missed some of it.
I'm going to post it in the Luxe Group team page
Okay.
as soon as we're done.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Well, I think that's going to be it for today. I appreciate everyone taking time, especially in the summer. I know that it's,
It's
because
go
even
time.
what's
It's
that?
time. Let's go.
Even the team meeting at EXP and EXP World was only to like 28 people out of
Yeah, it was, I'm thinking
2,000.
that's like,
So,
maybe 2%
yeah,
of all of. So yeah, make efforts to be on those weekly 9:30s on Wednesdays. There won't be one next week because of the holiday. There's nothing next week because of it, but.
and
but-
Julie and I want to try to bring value every week, instead of, we want to keep it more neutral and just bring, value for anyone and everyone. and not just really have it just be something like localized. We want to be able to bring value for really anyone across the country. So, and that's kind of our goal.
So the 13th, we are step by step.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
the
Everyone have an
13th
amazing day. Thank you so much. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Samantha. Thanks, Rick.
I'll send you guys
for
an
the-
email here shortly.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Rick. We appreciate you
Yeah,
guys.
you guys reach out to Rick too. Whatever
Okay,
questions you have, mortgage wise, you guys on the team, like, he's an amazing resource and he's great.
And I'm happy to
talking-
help.
Yeah, he's great to talk to your clients too. If you just want to connect them versus you trying to explain all the wizardry that Rick knows, just do that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Lee.
everyone.
Wait,
Thank you all.
Wait,
Appreciate
somebody have a question?
stay on if you have a question.
Lee, are you gonna post that video too?
Yes,
Yeah, Dave Ramsey, I need that.
Yes, please.
yes, I'm gonna post the recording plus the video.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, and Lee, can you share those with me since I'm not on the,
Absolutely. I'll add you to our group. I'm gonna add you to our Luxe group too.
you guys are awesome.
All right. We appreciate you too, Bill.
Yeah, we
I love-
appreciate
I
you,
love
Bill.
your insight on lots of things, so we love to hear from you.
Love to cooperate. This is one of the things that I really enjoyed about Orlando is we came together as a group there too. Everybody really is about sharing and what'd you call it earlier, Lee? Collaboration and cooperation.
Collaboration over competition.
Over
That's our
competition.
motto. That's EXP's motto, right? That's what I
It
love
is, but
about it.
that's what we're all about. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll give the shirt off my back to help somebody be successful. That's
Yeah.
And it
my
shows.
goal.
Really appreciate that, guys.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
great day.
guys.
See you
Hey,
soon.
Jackie, we need to set up that meeting
Thanks.
with that group in Canada. So you're on mute.
I'm gonna go tell Todd right now. I'll remind
Okay.
him. I know he's going to Canada tomorrow, so,
Okay, let's do it.
okay.
All right, everybody, thanks.
I have a question.
Sure.
Does this run 363.97 a month?
No,
What is it? Because I just pulled it up and I can't put the link in the chat box, but it lists if you
well,
guys wanted to look it up.
it is if you're not part, it's included for the
Yeah.
$69.95.
Yes.
It is, so I can
Yes.
just activate it?
Yes, that's why I'm so, yeah. So
Love
because,
Maria.
you know, Julie and I are paying for the master license for everybody.
Appreciate you guys so much. You guys are amazing for that.
Awesome.
I love it.
Look how
You're gonna
happy
post it-
Maria is right now.
Plus all the coaching, the
Love
coaching
you.
stuff is amazing. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like you guys need to be on the high level coaching. It's great.
Yeah. Are you posting this videos and everything in the Modern Agent? Where are you posting it? In the Luxe
I'm
group?
posting this in the Luxe group.
Okay.
I have a
all right.
question.
Yes.
Well, shoot. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Bill, why does it say Coach Bill? What do you coach?
Oh, this is fun. Just some real estate coaching stuff that we do with another team. My former bold coach at Keller Williams was the one who recruited me into EXP. And
Really?
here, yes. And so we do some things together.
Oh, that's so fun.
It is, although you know, we're doing it and working with the folks that we've brought into the company. But I am finding, and I don't know about you guys, and Lee, I know you'll probably find this to be true because I have searched, looked, tried every system, coaching program, insight, and it's all fluff.
Yeah.
When I met Isaiah and started getting into the stuff at Ren,
Uh-huh.
these guys are the real freaking deal. I mean, I've not seen, if it's all the stuff that if I was going to create a program and try to do coaching, teaching, tools, systems, and everything else, it's exactly what they do. And so I'm back into this pull back and learning mode with these guys because it is totally, it's stimulating, it's challenging, it's effective. The things they're doing, I've never seen anybody actually present the material and the tools that these guys have at this level that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Value. I mean, the cost is incredible, just even for what we're doing. This is the real deal. I've not found
Yep.
anyone come close to them, and they do it in total humility. I mean, Isaiah is just one of the most humble guys. When they were first doing the lead challenge, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna see what this is about. Expecting this high energy thing. And Isaiah's just really chill, and this is what we're doing. And he walks us through it. And it's like, oh, these guys are for real. So I don't have enough capacity, I feel like, sometimes to learn all the stuff that we're trying to do through this. But I'm there. I'm listening.
I was just gonna say that. So I asked Amy about where I should start with training,